It's called defense. It's in the dictionary under DEFENSE. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. No dancing, no hugging.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Here's the Deal. Today, I just wanted to talk about something I've been thinking about for a while, and honestly, about midway through the regular season, I kind of had these thoughts. And I kind of let the season play out, and I stayed on what people have been saying online, and I just kind of wanted to give my piece on it. So, with that being said, let's talk about Kevin Durant now. Personally, I think it's time that we go ahead and put the nail in the coffin on this whole KD is weak, traitor, all types of thing like that. Let's just go ahead and put the nail in the coffin on that one, and let's just put some things in perspective before you badmouth Kevin Durant. Now, I can understand people's point of, you went to the team that beat you and this, that, and another, and I totally get that. I understood that from the reason, but I think it's time we look past that, because let's just keep some things in perspective. Kevin Durant gave 9 seasons to OKC. 9 seasons. Him and Russell Westbrook, about his second or third season in. He had James Harden at one point. How long was he supposed to stay in OKC? Now, I get it. They were up 3-1 against the Warriors last year, but when is enough enough? Let's look at it in terms of this. When you graduate high school, what is everybody's goal? I'm from Virginia, so I'll pick on my Virginia folk for a little while. You know what I see the most on social media about, about people from Virginia? What I see the most on social media is, man, I can't wait to get out of Virginia. I can't do nothing in Virginia. Virginia's holding me back. And people move out. They go to a different state. They experience different things in order to be more successful in life. Now, some people stay in Virginia and they have a good life, but some people don't. This wasn't meant for them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Which is why I feel there's nothing wrong with, after 9 seasons, NBA MVP, a couple of scoring titles, a couple of All-NBA teams, 9 seasons without winning that NBA championship. I don't understand why we are still so mad at Kevin Durant for leaving. One of the biggest things about people is growth. You have to get to that next chapter. You can't sit still for too long, because you become stagnant. You can't stay in one place too long. You become stagnant there. And like I said, that's not the case for everybody. That's not the case for Kobe Bryant. That's not a case for Tim Duncan or Michael Jordan. But that was the case for LeBron James. He left. And people were mad at him about it. But sometimes it takes you leaving to really grow and mature to that next level, in my opinion. So then let's talk about the Thunder some more. Let's see why he should have stayed. I'll ask you guys this. Who is the best free agent signing that the Thunder signed? Not drafted. Who is the best free agent signing since Kevin Durant was in OKC? Who was their best free agent signing? Not draft. Now remember that. Not draft. I pulled up the list earlier today, and it's not as impressive as you think. DJ Augustine, Chucky Atkins, Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters legit might be their best free agent signing since Kevin Durant was in OKC. So how do you expect to win? Now, granted, I know they were up 3-1 last year, but when are you going to say enough is enough? Why not go to the Golden State Warriors? Explain to me why not. Okay, they beat you. I got it. But they play the best brand of basketball in the league. For an unselfish person, that's the best team to be on. You know who takes the last shot in Golden State? The open man, or the hot man. Who takes the last shot in OKC? Sometimes it was Kevin. Sometimes it was Russell Westbrook. Sometimes they didn't know who should take the last shot. Sometimes they would just go back and forth and seem confused at the end of games. And Golden State, I don't see that problem. Golden State is rivaling the Spurs on maybe setting up one of the most successful systems from here on out. And when I say rivaling, I mean the Spurs have had the most successful system in the last 20 years. Easy, hands down. And I think the Warriors have found that system where they can plug and play the right players, and this system will be fruitful for them here on out. This is their third NBA Finals appearance in a row. So why shouldn't Kevin Durant want to go there? Why shouldn't Kevin Durant want to go somewhere where he knows I have the best opportunity of winning here? Where else was he going to go in the free agency? Portland? I heard Portland saying that. Why? So he can go play with Damian Lillard, one of the worst ranked defensive point guards in the league, shoots too much. No, he's not going to Washington so he can face LeBron early. No, he's not going to Boston. They don't have enough help. You see how they're doing right now, losing by 40 points, 50 points a game. Kevin Durant there, they lose by 10 or 15 points a game. Easy. So I just think that this whole debacle we put on Kevin Durant is insane, that we still are beating the same drum on this guy. And, and all he wants to do is win a championship. I don't think him winning a championship with the Warriors diminishes anything on his legacy. Now let's think about it. Just not too long ago, the question was who's better, LeBron or KD? Don't you think that people want to see that in the finals? Like that's what I am most excited for. Yeah, it's a trilogy, and this is round 3 of Warriors versus Cavs. But adding Kevin Durant just makes it that much more interesting. Adding Kevin Durant versus LeBron James, that makes it that much more interesting. Because back in the day, people were talking about this rivalry when the Thunder made the finals, and look what happened. They got smashed. James Harden didn't show up. And, they just couldn't get it done. But the Thunder were relatively young then. So I don't blame them for that. But now that Kevin Durant has matured to this level and he's on a team where he feels like he has the best chance to win, I can't knock somebody for that. You know what I mean? I can't knock somebody for going somewhere where he feels like, look, this is the team that knows how to play. This is how I want to play the ball. Kevin Durant can go out there and score 15 points. If they get a win, he's happy. He can go out there and score 35. He gets a win, he's happy. He can get out there, have 8 assists, 8 points, 10 rebounds. If they get that win, he's happy, and I understand that. The Warriors play the best brand of basketball in the NBA, hands down. And who wouldn't want to be a part of that? They're plugging in players off the bench, and the bench players are help extending leads when they're in their game. Ian Clark, it's just, I feel like that we fell so in love with this whole loyalty to your city thing, but what was OKC doing to help Kevin Durant win a championship? I mean, they lost Harden. They lost Ibaka before he left. They lost Reggie Jackson. I mean, these guys have had players, and who did they get to replace them? Nobody. Like I told you, I went and looked down the list of maybe their best free agent signings, and the list is ridiculous. Like, it's really ridiculous. When I look at this list and look at who had the OKC Thunder sign in free agency to really help that team. Jeremy Lamb? Is he going to help you win a championship? Kevin Martin, who was past his prime. Eric Maynard, Mitch McGary, Nazir Muhammad. Those type of players, just they're not going to get it done. And how long does a player have to stay in one city and remain stagnant before he realizes, hey, this just isn't it? I had a great time while I was here. I had a great ride, but it's time for me to move on to bigger and better things. That goes for anything in life when it comes to career choices, things like that. Sometimes you just got to move on and start somewhere new and hope for the best out there. And yes, he went to the best team, but like I said, can you blame him? For you basketball players, when you go to the gym, who do you pick up on your team? You pick up the best that's on the side. You know, you pick up, hey, I know him. I know he plays defense. I know he can shoot. Hey, look, I know he can pass. Let's pick him up. That's what you do. So I just feel like that I think we kind of need to just lay off Kevin Durant, you know, just for the choice he made and accept the choice he made. Because he still got to go out there and get it done. You know what I mean? He still has to go out there and get the championship done. And it's still not going to be easy just because he plays for the Warriors, because you still got that man in the East who came back down from 3-1 last year. You know? So that's what I wanted to talk about today, man. I had kind of been thinking about this for a while, and it was kind of bearing heavy on my mind that we still subject Kevin Durant to so much hate when all the man's trying to do is win a championship. You know, we look down on so many players who have championships. In terms of rankings, let's talk about it. Charles Barkley. We don't rank him as high. He doesn't have a ring. He's not considered the best power forward of all time. It's Tim Duncan. You know, let's look at somebody like Melo. You don't think Melo would kill for a ring? You don't think Melo would kill for a ring? You know, it's so many guys out there who didn't get rings. Reggie Miller. You don't think he wanted a ring? Granted, he ran into Jordan, but why do we have to say to our players that, hey, you need to stay in this city for your career because that's who drafted you? Well, they drafted you because you were the best. That's it. You know, that's what they do. The NBA is a business. You know, and let's not forget that it is a business. And Kevin Durant to the Warriors, in my opinion, is good business. I guarantee this finals is going to be one of the most watched finals in a long time. You know, it's going to be one of the most watched finals just because you have that juggernaut in Golden State going against Cleveland. You know, and I'll give you guys my view on that series coming up because I'm pretty sure the Celtics are going to lose to the Cavaliers. I'll give you guys my view in a couple of episodes. But, yeah, let's just lay off KD, man. It's about time. That record's played out. You know, he is where he's going to be. You know, and I can't fault him for that, and I don't think you should either. But anyways, it's another episode of Here's the Deal, guys. I just want to let some of my thoughts out about Kevin Durant. And enjoy the game tonight, guys. Have a good one.